Hello Minecrafters, Kevin here, showing off a sideways pressure plate, my newest invention, and you can see the torch in the background being signaled by it. It's a way you could activate a door, piston, whatever you need, and basically a boat pushes onto a pressure plate, and these will activate both the piston at the top and the bottom, one which resets the boat's position, and the bottom one which pushes the player away so that he or she doesn't push the boat in to the wall too much. And with the glass panes or iron bars there, it holds the boat in for very quick access. But if you go without them, you can do a slower pushing button, which would be cool for kind of a Legend of Zelda type dungeon where you have the slow pushing button. The fence guards here help keep the boat in place, but they aren't absolutely necessary, especially if you're careful in the way you push the boat. But this can be applied even for a sort of key, and there's our little keyhole. Why don't we put in the key, which would be a boat? Just a sec. There we go. You put it in the hole, and it pushes the boat out, so when you break it, you'll be able to collect all the resources from it, which is nice. You can do a simpler version of that, where you have maybe a hidden entrance. There's a dirt wall, and then you hoe in a hole, put in the boat, and the boat will push down the pressure pad. But when you break it, you can see that the resources kind of get stuck behind the wall, which is the downside to doing the simple way. You could even separate the circuitry for the two pistons, so then the one that resets the boat is only activated when you hit the pressure plate at the other side of that door, which is cool, because when you push it in, the door is held open until you enter, but when you enter, you hit the plate, and that resets things. But that also means that since the plate activates the door right next to it, if you are inside, you can get outside just fine. So it's only locked for the outside, not for the inside, which is pretty nifty. Why don't I just show you then how to build it? Build it out of netherrack. You can really make it out of any material. You will need a few things though. I can't build properly, but start with this pattern. Put a sticky piston at the bottom, normal piston at the top, some pressure plates, build your wall a bit. And as far as redstone, there's a few ways of doing this, but the simplest is just to put redstone in those bottom corners there, and those will feed into that center block, which powers the piston above it, which is great. Now, the tricky part will be getting the boat in, but let me show you how the easiest way to do that. We're going to start with iron bars or glass panes. Put two on the sides there. You're going to put a dirt block here, put the hoe in, and now that there's that little sliver, you can put in the boat and it'll be in the perfect position. You can replace the block under it just fine, and put in that final bar or glass pane if you're using glass, and everything is set. You've got a perfectly working sideways pressure plate. And you want the signals from both pressure plates to come out to the same output, and so you can have feeding out from that center block. You could have a torch or repeater attached, or you can switch things around this way. And that top block will be powered, so it'll power that piston by it. And you can have the output however you want. So, pretty cool. Oh, one other thing, let's show you guys over here. Since this has the keyhole that's irrigated farmland, you need to keep that irrigated with water. So there is a water block hidden behind to keep that hole activated. But let me show you multiplayer footage. So here we are. This is multiplayer server. This is my entrance to an enchanting room, which is a work in progress. But when you push the plate, the door opens just fine, and it'll close just fine when I hit the pressure plate. Now it's locked again. But if I needed to get out again, I could hit the pressure plate, exit just the same. So I hope you guys find that to be an interesting alternative to a button or pressure plate. It is one of many inventions I look forward to showing off in the future, including one that is especially cool. Once I get my 500 subscriber milestone, I'll be showing it off as a special, and I can unabashedly say it's one of the greatest Minecraft inventions of all time. Even if that means only a few years that Minecraft has existed, it's really cool. I'm excited. Currently, I'm just getting the last few tweaks figured out on it, so it should be ready by the time I have 500 subscribers. But yeah, I look forward to that, and I look forward to showing more from this enchanting room and all the things I've invented just to make it work, including a regular spider grinder. Alright, see you guys later.